What's up guys, welcome to today's YouTube video. So today we're going to be talking about how to get results without tracking your calories. Now, before we get started, I just want to say that I definitely do not recommend this if you have a serious physique goal or if you are very serious about getting like optimal results. Like if you want to get absolutely jacked or if you want to get absolutely shredded, this is not going to be ideal, okay? So let's just throw that out there from the get-go. But I know a lot of people don't like tracking calories, or they don't want to track calories for the rest of their life, which is totally understandable, and I completely agree, you shouldn't have to. So I'm going to basically show you the different ways you can get results now without tracking calories, and then I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about, like what I recommend, which one you should do, which one's better, the benefits and the negatives of all of them. So the first one we have is portion control. Now there's two ways you can do this. There's using like the hand and the palm method, or there's the plate method where you draw 920 like on the clock. I'll put it up here on the plate, and basically the biggest portion of the plate here is for your leafy greens, your vegetables, all that kind of stuff, and then the two other portions are for your protein and your starchy carbs like rice, potato, things like that. Now as you can already see with things like this, and this is the exact same with the portion control method with the hand, where basically you do like I don't know if you guys heard it before, but you do like a fistful of protein, like a palm full of carbs, and like a thumb size or like a tablespoon of fat. Now the problem that I find with this, number one, it's boring because you have to split your meals up so evenly if you want to continually follow this. Number two, you're going to have to eat pretty clean all the time because you're not really going to find like all your fun foods, they're kind of condensed into one. So for example, if you're following this and you want to eat in a acai bowl, like how are you going to track that, or how are you going to know where that fits on your portion control matter? That's the biggest downfall to that. And obviously you have to eat super clean so you can have like your meats, your veggies, etc. I find this is a very old school, it's pretty outdated method, and you'll get bored very quickly, in my opinion. Now, the second option will be to follow a meal plan. Now, when I say follow a meal plan, that is basically your calories and your macros worked out for you, and then you're just putting it into a meal plan so you don't have to think about it all the time. But with this, you're still gonna have to weigh stuff unless you use like cup measures and whatnot. As you can see, no matter what, if you wanna get results, you're gonna have to measure something. That's why I highly recommend like tracking your calories or using a meal plan. It's so much better because even with the whole like portion control, you're still measuring it. If you're against calorie counting, like that's totally fine, but you got to think you're kind of doing the same thing. You're measuring it, like we're just using calories as a measure, you're using say your plate or your hand size as a measure. So keep that in mind as well. Meal plans do work very well for this, and a lot of my clients get great results on meal plans because they have like one for every day. That's what my clients do, or they have like 3 or 4. That way, it's not as boring. You get to eat a wide variety of foods, and it's pretty easy, and you're going to get results fast because the numbers, the calories and the macros are going to be like perfectly designed to your goals. So results are going to be good. That's why I recommend meal plans can work very well. Now, the last thing you can do, which is basically what you're currently doing now, is it's called intuitive eating. Now, this basically means you're not tracking anything. You're not using any sort of like measures. You're using your internal body cues to tell you, am I still hungry? Am I full? Am I satisfied? Etc. Now, don't take offense to this, but if you were good at intuitive eating, you wouldn't be in the position you are now, and you wouldn't be looking to get better results, because otherwise you'd be completely happy with your body fat levels, with how much muscle you have, and you'd be like, it's fine, I'm just going to go about my day, keep eating how I do. This only works well if you've tracked calories and macros in the past, or if you have a good understanding of, number one, your body and how you feel and how you're meant to feel, and number two, calories and macros, and you know a lot about food, like what's in what, and you can look at a meal and you can say, yeah, that's roughly 600 calories and X amount of protein, carbs, fats, etc. And I can intuitively eat and maintain my body weight, but I don't if I want to hit a specific goal because it's not ideal. If I'm trying to lose body fat, then I'm just going to track. It's much more optimal to hit my results because you're going to get slack on yourself. Like in a cut, you're going to get hungry and you're just going to tell yourself, oh, it's okay, I need to eat. Same as muscle building, you're probably going to eat too much or you're not going to eat enough. Now, the upside to this is if you track your calories and your macros, or you follow a meal plan, or you learn a lot more about food and your body, after a certain period of time, you will get very good at eyeballing, and you'll get very good at knowing how you feel after eating certain things, and then you can intuitively eat and you can maintain your results basically forever. But like I said, if you want to keep your results going, then it probably is a good idea to track them, because it's much more optimal. All of your favorite athletes, whether you're a big fan of like boxing or football or bodybuilding, guarantee 95% of them track their food intake. They know exactly what they're putting into their body, how much, how often. They're very self-aware of their body and they know what's going on. If you just want to get great results and you want to have that beach body, you want to look great, then I highly recommend track your stuff, follow a plan, learn a lot more about food and your body, get to your optimal, I guess, physique or where you're completely happy, and then slowly go into like intuitive eating and basically just see. If you start to go backwards, then maybe you didn't track calories for long enough or you're not as good at eyeballing as you think you are. That's how you're gonna get great results, and that's how you're gonna keep them long term without the monotonous of like tracking, pulling out MyFitnessPal every single day. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think tracking calories and macros is stupid. Let me know if you don't need to do it. Let me know just what you guys think about these topics. All right, I would love to hear your feedback, and I will see you in the next one.